Hi there, it's Nikki here from Happy Hormones for Life, and today I am talking about supplements, particularly for women over 40, because when you're a woman over 40, you are going through perimenopause, whether you like it or not, and getting ready for that final menopause period. Now, at this time, there are many reasons why we might want to supplement. They can really help with common symptoms like fatigue, anxiety, mood swings, brain fog, insomnia, digestive issues, hot flushes, and lots more. And food, for me, food is always first. So your diet has to be always incredibly important in supplying those key nutrients for your hormones to work for you, not against you. So, eating good quality protein, healthy fats, low GL carbs, plenty of veg, all that good stuff is the best way to nourish your hormones. But we often need to supplement certain nutrients as we get older. Now, there are various reasons for that. Firstly, your diet may not contain all those lovely nutrients that you need. It may not be as nutrient dense as you'd like. If you're eating a lot of refined carbs, bad fats, processed foods, or alcohol, and there may be some stress in there as well, which depletes nutrients. Food processing, we know pesticides, long distance transportation can all deplete the nutrients in foods that we're buying. Soil quality today is not as good as it used to be. In fact, it has a study showed that it had 20% fewer minerals compared to the 1930s, which isn't really surprising. But particularly interesting was that it was 50% lower in zinc and calcium, two minerals that we absolutely need a lot of when we're, or to be optimal when we're getting older and we've got hormone imbalances. The other problem with nutrient deficiencies is, our absorption. We are what we absorb. So your ability to digest and absorb your food can be impaired by many things. Low stomach acid, low digestive enzymes, food intolerances, gut issues, imbalances and infections, stress, hormones and medications. So we are, and as we get older, we're at the mercy of these things, and we can that can really affect our absorption of those nutrients, even if we're on the best diet in the world. Climate and culture. Now, this is particularly relevant for vitamin D. If you don't get sunshine all year round, like in the UK, if you don't get outside much, if you cover yourself up or you stay in the shade, or if you wear sun cream when you're outside, all of these things can impact your vitamin D levels. So we need to supplement things like vitamin D. And aging. As we get older, your body needs a little bit of extra help, as we all know, to get those nutrients in. We may have hormone imbalances, menopause, we may have inflammation, we may have a bit more oxidative stress or toxicity or wear and tear. So your body just needs those extra nutrients, and it's not that great at absorbing them. So we've got this kind of double whammy going on. But the supplement market is an absolute minefield. You go into any health food store and you're just, the displays, they blow my mind, let alone anybody else who doesn't know much about supplements. So it's crazy. So just because a supplement is heavily advertised or marketed as healthy does not mean it's good for you. In fact, many of those mass market cheap brands are the ones they use in the scientific research, which comes out saying taking vitamins is useless, and that's because they're not very good. That's often because they contain really cheap ingredients that may not be the best bioavailable form for the body, so the body doesn't really absorb them. They may have contaminants or cheap fillers and additives that you really don't want to be taking in. Some even add sugar and sweeteners. I know. So the other thing is your friends might be taking something and swear that it's worked for them, or you may have read it on the internet that this thing works for menopause or for hot flushes or whatever. And in fact, it doesn't. Things don't work for everyone. There is no one size fits all. And sometimes they can do harm, more harm than good, especially if you're on medication or if you have a health condition. So absolutely always check with your doctor or get proper qualified advice from a nutritionist or a naturopath if you're concerned or just want to check, because that's really important. So what supplements are best? Well, like I said, there is no definitive list. Depends on a whole host of things as to whether a supplement is going to work for you or not. Depends on your genes, your symptoms, your history, your biochemistry, your diet and lifestyle, your potential hormone imbalance, your gut health, and of course any medications you're on as well. However, there are some basic supplements that I recommend for women over 40. They are pretty safe to take for the majority. Like I said, do check if you're not that majority and you've got on a medication or if you've got a diagnosed health condition. So from my clinical experience and as a general rule, these are my top 5 essential supplements for women over 40. The first one is a good multivitamin mineral. Now, unless you're being tested for every nutrient that you need, a good quality multi is your basic insurance policy. It's I don't recommend like I said, the cheap multis from the supermarket. They're pretty much wasted. You're wasting your money on those. They don't often have the right forms of B vitamins, for instance. You need the active forms of B vitamins that will be absorbed properly by the body, and all the essential minerals like zinc, selenium, and iron, particularly if you're still menstruating. So then we've got number 2 is vitamin D. I mentioned that already. So important to be supplementing vitamin D. I'd really want to get you tested as well, so you can get cheap vitamin D test kits online and just see what your levels are. And don't put up with being kind of normal. You want to be optimal with vitamin D. So check out my other blog on how much to supplement on vitamin D. And you want to take vitamin K2 with it. So it's vitamin D3 and K2 because that's what makes it work better. So and you also want to take magnesium, which is part of my top 5. So you're covered with that. Number 3 is vitamin C. Now, as well as fighting infection and being your immune support, vitamin C is also a potent antioxidant. It means that it prevents oxidative stress, and that's protecting your cells and your DNA from damage. And it's needed for the production of collagen. How much do we need collagen, girls? The major component of skin, bone, and connective tissue. So it will, really bump that up as you get older. And it helps the adrenals to produce cortisol as well. So when you're very, very stressed, vitamin C can be low. So it's important to make sure you're eating lots of vitamin C rich foods, but also supplementing if you're wanting to support your immune system and your oxidate, and to get those antioxidants in. Number 4 is your omega-3 fish oil. Now, unless you're eating oily fish at least 3 times a week, so that's sardines, salmon, mackerel, that kind of fish, you're not likely to be getting enough omega-3 fats. These are essential fats for a reason. That's what they're named. They're critical for the structure of your cell membranes and reducing inflammation. So really important in reducing the risk of arthritis, heart disease, brain and mood disorders. There are many, many fish oils out there. Most of them are rubbish. They're contaminated with heavy metals, or they've gone rancid because they oxidize very, very quickly. So it's really important to buy a good quality brand, and you'll need to pay a little bit more for that level of quality, but it's worth it. Number 5 is magnesium, probably my favorite, your all-round hormone rescuer. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 different enzyme reactions in the body, including energy production, adrenal support, heart and bone health. It's your relaxation mineral, so it's great for stress, twitchy muscles, restless legs, that kind of stuff, crampy muscles, and particularly good for pain and inflammation as well. So magnesium's a great one. I've also got a blog on that if you want to look at all the different types of magnesium and what it does in a bit more detail. But go check out my top 5 at my collection at Approved Vitamins. I'm going to put the link in underneath the video and the podcast. And it's, like I said, it's really important to have trusted brands that you can buy, that that it's got the best form of ingredients that your body can use effectively, and lots of good brands at that site. So go and have a look at those, and remember to check with your doctor or health practitioner if you want to start a new supplement and you're on medication, or if you have a health condition. It's really, really important because they can do more harm than good if that's the case. And if you'd like a personalised diet or menopause supplement plan, or want to inquire about our testing, please contact us to arrange a free call and we can discuss your options. I hope that was helpful. I'll see you all soon. Enjoy the weekend.